guys, JoeOnit coming in. Got another battle replay for you here on Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD mod for Attila Total War. We'll make sure to put the link for the 1212 Discord down in the description below so you guys can get involved over there. Get involved in some of these amazing 1212 battles that have been coming out to the channel recently. And I want to say real quick to thank you to all of the people who have been sending replays over to me. I definitely very much appreciate it. And hopefully we can get the 1212 mod multiplayer scene back as active as it once was a couple of years back. But all right, let's get into the army comps here. So we do have a 3v3 land battle. I don't normally cover land battles, but this one was sent over. So first we do have the Holy Roman Empire over here being commanded by Showbiz Lama. One of his allies here we do have is the Teutonic Order being commanded by Muslim Batman. And then finally over here we do have the Girded Sultanate being commanded by AJ Lix, or Likes, I'm not sure exactly how to say that name. Over on the other side of the battlefield, first we do have Kiev. It's Kiev right here being commanded by God. Moving down a little bit, we do have the Voivodeship of Wallachia, I'm not sure, being commanded by I'm Skinny as Fuck. And then finally over here, we do have the Empire of Trebizond being commanded by Strategos. So there you go, army comps out of the way. Cavalry getting close to each other. We got some of the mounted crossbowmen here chasing away some of the boyar sons. So that is definitely a little bit of a battle going on over there. It's about an 18-minute replay, roughly. I mean, obviously, everybody's going to have to get closer together. But I will jump ahead here, so hopefully you guys do enjoy. Make sure to hit the like button, drop a comment, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And, of course, as always, enough talk, more war. All right, so I'm actually just noticing here we have a couple units of the medium bow cavalry making their way across the field, getting a charge into some of the heavy melee sword infantry here. Bit of a daring charge right there. We have some of the hybrid shock cavalry now starting to make their way down the line here from the Girded Sultanate, and some more of the archers. So there's a lot of bow cav on today's battlefield for sure. I'm just that charge was a little out of character, I would say. These are medium bow cavalry units. 1 kill there and 8 kills for the other unit. They actually didn't lose as much as I thought. Actually, this one lost a lot. Wow, 17 men dead for a total of 8 kills. Not really sure if that paid off very well. But we do have a bit of a cavalry engagement outside over here. The mounted crossbowmen of the Holy Roman Empire getting handled by 2 units of the boyar sons here. So the Holy Roman Empire will be down one of his units of the mounted crossbowmen there. Maybe they'll be able to come back, maybe not. Nope, never mind. There was only 15 of them left. They have shattered. So, yeah, Cav kind of running all over the place here so far to this point in the battle. We have some of the heavy hybrid shocks. Oh, this is kind of scary. Oh, we have a general now under attack. That's got to be right here. Yes, it is. Okay. I don't know how to say it. It's a heavy command general there of the Empire of Trebizond. So bow cavalry firing back and forth here. We have some heavy shock here. A couple of units of the heavy shock there. But a lot of heavy shock right here. It's actually the same amount. We got 2 more units of heavy shock over on this side, the hybrid cavalry. And the general here looked like he had some ammunition as well. But it looks like he has burned through his ammunition. More cavalry now making their way back down over onto the right end of this line. Do we not have a lot of cavalry in the middle? Well, there is a decent amount of cavalry here in the center for sure. There's at least 4 units of cav right there. So there's definitely a decent amount of cavalry here in the middle, but they're sending the flag out to the cavalry out to the flanks. The defenders are actually keeping 2 more units of cavalry there in the middle. And I don't know if the Holy Roman Empire... Oh, I'm sorry. It's not the Holy Roman Empire. I don't know if the Teutonic Order realizes that he left one of his medium crossbow cavalry all the way back here, pretty much where they started. All right. A little bit more chess pieces moving around here. Again, I always call land battles big, gigantic chessboards because one move can literally end or can make it or break it for one of the defending or the attacking sides of the battles, depending on which direction you look at it. So far, it looks like that medium bow cavalry is holding up rather effectively, but we're starting to see some infantry now starting to make their way across the battlefield here. Some of the medium spear infantry coming across. Sword units getting ready to reinforce them. Back over here in the middle, not really very much going on just yet. We have some spears again. Crossbows have moved forward, actually. I just noticed that all 4 units of the Vlach crossbowmen here, medium crossbow infantry, have made their way forward. Starting to get some shots into the... Looks like they're firing at the spear infantry here in the center. Getting some shots in onto the Teutonic spearman units here as well. Heavy spear infantry. A lot of ranged going back and forth here. Comes the Bocav charging up yet again. Going to start getting some shots, dumping into some of the Imperial Raider. Actually going to chase that unit away, chase those couple of units back away. They don't want to just lose men for, no reason whatsoever. Take a look real quick here. We have the Emperor, the Holy Roman Empire's Emperor right there. Then I think where did he go? The Grand Master Bodyguard, he's back over here. The Teutonic Orders General. There he is, the Grand Master. Shiny as always, looking wonderful. And then the other, never mind, I don't have time. Infantry has charged across the field, so we have spear infantry fighting each other here. Looks like some swords getting closer and closer to get to the fight. But now, cavalry engagement on the flank. The Archer Cav has been caught out. General's now going to charge in there as well, going to try and help his men out. Does not look like it's going very well for the Empire of Trebizond at this moment. I think this general might be coming around. Is he going for the range, or is he going to come? Oh, nope, he's going to charge right in here into the back of the rest of that cavalry. Going to try and help break these units down. Give his team the superiority on this end of the battlefield. He's got his medium bow cavalry charging into some of the heavy melee ranged units there. Let's move back down across here. Starting to move across the battlefield here now. Okay, so things are starting to progress there in the middle and the right end of this line. But this side for sure has definitely got a big old fight. Look at all of this cavalry here. Trebizond General still looking very healthy. He's only lost 6 men to this, 5 men. 5 men to this point. The other general here has lost 9, and he's actually getting hit with fire arrows, which if you guys did not know, 12-12 fire arrows, really deadly for cavalry. Really, really deadly for cavalry. All right, we're going to have a bit of a retreat here, but the general's going to go in for yet another charge. In there by himself? Yes, he is by himself right now. But counter charges coming back in yet again. All right, let's get further down over here. Battle lines are still engaging or getting close to engaging. We have some handgunners have now made their way forward. Oh, did they? They didn't even get a volley off. Bocav said, absolutely not. You are not just going to get a free volleys off onto our men. Heck no, boys. Heck no. Crossbows here getting some almost point-blank shots. Oh, never mind. Nope, never mind. They're firing over here. They're firing at the general. They are firing at the Grand Master's bodyguard. Okay, let's see how we're doing back down over on this end. Cavalry is still just running rampant over on this side, but we do have some of the heavy shock and sword infantry now making their way over here. Does look like the, I want to say that this is the Gurid Sultanate. Cavalry is starting to really be affected here. Really starting to lose their numbers. That general is down to 19 left out of his 60-man strong bodyguard unit. But, hold on, it's not completely over. We have some of the Teutonic cavalry has made their way getting into some of the crossbows here. The heavy crossbow infantry of Trebizond, but we have some swords now going to turn around, going to get back involved. We have Cav here in the center. I'm not really sure what these 2 units of cavalry are doing. They're just kind of hanging out, seeing maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea for them to come down over here and try and give their ally a little bit of help. Oh, we had a general die. Trebizond's general has unfortunately fallen at this point in the battle, but he definitely still has a decent amount of his army left. Still has some cavalry left. Bunch of swords still here. Decent amount of spears still over on this side. 2 units of his shock infantry. But let's get back down on the opposite end here. This is one of the other things about land battles is you gotta have to fly back and forth between one end all the way down to the other end. Cut that dude's head off. Let's fly back in here into the center. Handgunner's still alive, actually. I thought for sure they would have been killed off. But they actually are lining up. Looks like they're maybe going to try and get some shots. It says that they're in melee currently. Let's kind of move on down the line here. We have some of the hybrid bows, sword infantry getting into some of the spears here. Medium spear infantry, though, so they might be able to hold for a decent amount of time. Cavalry moving around. Vlad himself getting a good rear charge into some of those Teutonic crossbowmen. Nicely done there. And it looks like the Gurd Sultanate is going to pull his infantry away, pull his general away. So this side of the battlefield does look like it will be under control of the Empire of Trebizond. Big battle over here so far. Really fought hard between these two factions for sure. That was really a good fight to watch. Really good fight to cover. Back down on the other side, though, the Emperor is involved in the fight, currently dismantling a unit of the Kiev nobles. Very, very unfortunate there for the Kiev faction here to be losing some of his noble units. 9 kills total, down to 18 out of 53, and that's actually freeing the general up. Looks like he's going to try and get a charge, but I don't know if he saw the spear unit there. He might not have seen the spears. Okay, he's going to pull up. He's going to pull up. Is he going to charge down the line a little bit further? I think he charged into another spear. Oh, no. Oh, he charged into a heavy shock infantry, but I don't think the shock infantry was braced. I don't think that they were standing still, so that general was actually able to just kind of bulldoze his way through. 77 kills so far for the Holy Roman Empire's general. We still have the Grandmaster in the center. He's kind of just sitting back, keeping an overview of the battle, watching his men, seeing how well they perform. Got some pole arms taking on some heavy shock. Or is it pole arms versus pole arms? Yes, it is medium pole arm against pole arm. Okay. And we have a general who has now died for the opposite side. There you go. So the Emperor has been killed on the battlefield. That is going to be a big blow to the remaining units here of the Holy Roman Empire. That is a big shot. You can see the wavering starting to happen here on this end of the battlefield for sure. Some of the crossbowmen, some of the spears there, not looking very good, not looking very happy that their general has been killed off. We have some halberdiers, though. Looks like they're going to maybe try and shift down the position, maybe get a charge in over here, because the swords and spears here look like they are being victorious to this point. Seeing some pikes going to be taken on by some of the Teutonic spears, though. Does look like the medium pike and bow hybrid infantry not really able to stand up to the heavy spears of the Teutonic Order. But Trebizond has won his side of the battlefield. Finally, he was able to wrap up the last bit of what he was fighting down over on this end. Let's see what he still has left for cavalry. 15 there, 14 there. This unit here did just get a charge into some of the medium bow infantry there. But this cavalry unit looks like really damaged. Down to 12 as well. So not a whole lot of cavalry left. Vlad here as well. He's down to 24, but the general there, in fact, is still alive. But it does look like way down over on the other end here, Kiev is going to best the Holy Roman Empire. A little bit of the Teutonic Order mixed in as well. But it does look like he's going to be able to kind of wrap things up. There is still some swords over here, though. Swords and spears, some pole arms there as well for the Holy Roman Empire. It looks like they're actually trying to flank around and get a good rear charge of some of these infantry. But the spears are going to pull back, try and reform their lines. Back in the center, battle is still going on. Battle is still very, very healthy. Swords and spears for the Teutonic Order, taking on one lone unit of speeds there, medium spear infantry. Oh, ally has fled from the battlefield, saying that somebody has fled away, and now they have an ally's general who has died, and that was Vlad himself has now died as well. So far, we do have this general for the Trebizond has died. Vlad has now just died, and we did have the Holy Roman Emperor die as well so far in this battle. So it has definitely been quite brutal for the 6 factions involved in this battlefield to the day. cover, or are they just trying to reform the lines? Okay. Got some of the heavy shock infantry in there, taking on some of the medium spears, some of the Royal Paiks of the Gurd Sultanate. Not really sure if they're going to be able to hold up. I don't think they're going to be able to hold up against that shock infantry, though. Crossbows still making their way across the battlefield. There's still fighting going on way down on the other end here, so this fight is not as over as I thought it was going to be. But I'm going to guess with the general being dead, that's definitely hitting them with some morale issues. Nice cavalry charge there. The Kiev general getting a hammer of a charge in onto the back of that halberdier unit. 130 kills for them. Looks like they did earn themselves a chevron, and he's just going to bounce right off and come on over here. Don't blame him. Hammer and anvils is a way to win a game for sure. Just don't want to leave that general in there for too long. Don't want to lose him. Looks like he's going to pull back out. Yep, and that spear unit is breaking down. So it looks like we're going to have just this last little bit here in the center. The Sandlander swordsmen kind of just standing around, not really sure what they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to box up a little bit. We have handgunners over end here, though. The Kiev handgunners lining up. Looks like they're maybe going to try and get some free shots, some free kills onto this Sandlander infantry that's just kind of standing here. Unfortunately, they are just kind of standing here, and I think that's what's going to happen. I think this handgunner is going to line up perfectly and get some volleys off right here. They're going to line up, and oh no, they're firing this way. Okay, never mind. I thought they were going to just take the free shots and shoot right into the Sandlander infantry, but unfortunately, they decided to not do that. Just noticing there's no general in here in the middle either. This guy, dude, where's their general? Did he die as well? Oh, I guess he did. I didn't even see the notification that he died. So the Teutonic Orders general has died from this battle here as well. And here we go. Big charges coming in. Oh, they're going to pull up from the charge. Are they going to go into another charge somewhere else? Nope, they're just kind of shifting over here. Boyer's son's just kind of shifting down the line a little bit further. There's the handgunners firing. Ooh. Spearmen having a difficult time with that shock infantry, but I mean the shock infantry is actually breaking down. 161 kills though. We'll see which one ends up breaking for. Oh, shock infantry was the one that broke. Okay, so the spears are going to be able to continue on with the fight, but now it looks like the spears are actually going to get charged by some of the cavalry. I got run over a little bit there. Little bit of a freight train, but oh my god, that was brutal. Crossbowman, the Pavis crossbowman getting some really solid shots into those Kiev nobles. Oh my god. Here we go again. Nope, he's not charging. He's not charging. He's just kind of holding on. But we got 55 seconds left in this one, guys. And now, yeah, I was going to say the Trebizond, looks like the Trebizond crossbows are starting to line up here. We have some of the Kiev or the Wallachia count crossbows, I believe, firing his way. Yeah, Cav's getting in there. All right, that's going to wrap it up. That is definitely going to wrap the rest of this fight up for sure. Cav getting into the back of swordsmen, axemen, and crossbows. Never a good sign. Never a good sign for your team to be able to pull the victory out. And now rear charges over here as well. Getting some more hammer and anvil rear charges in onto the sword infantry there. The Teutonic sword infantry breaking down. That is going to spell the end. Everybody has routed off of the battlefield. Let's take a look at the ending army compositions here. So we will start off looking at Strategos here, playing as the Empire Trebizond, 125 with his General Shock Infantry, 268, 216, solid job there. Sword unit there with 101, another unit there with 94. His crossbows didn't get a whole lot of kills, though. His archers as well. Some of his cav right there, 177 kills. I'm skinny as fuck, playing as the Voivodeship of Wallachia or Wallachia. I'm not sure how to say it. 263 kills for Vlad before he ended up dying. 101 with one of his spears. Polearms, 124. Moving down, he's got an archer unit there with 102. Crossbows didn't get very much. Skirmishers don't look like they got much, but cavalry here, 198, 193. Solid job with those two. Then we have GOD playing as the Grand Kazanate of Kiev, I think. 302. Wow, that general did amazing. His shock infantry again, 181, 162. Solid job there. Moving down the line a little bit further. Swords, 143, 107. His cavalry here again, 100. And his boyar sons, 218 kills. Very well done there. Then we have AJ Licks, I guess. Likes, I'm not sure. Playing as the Gurad Sultanate. His general, 63 kills. Unfortunately, moving down a little bit further, 91 with one of his spears. Another spear there with 118, 127 with some of those Rajputs. Very solid. His archer cav, though, 105, 110. Muslim Batman playing as the Teutonic Order, 38 kills for the Grand Master before he ended up being killed off. 156 with one of his dismounted Ritterbruter. Some of his spears, 127. Polearms, 181. Swordsmen, unfortunately, neither one of them getting over 100 kills, even this one here. His crossbows top unit was a 61. Getting into his cavalry here, though, top unit was a 93. And then we have Shub Islama playing as the Holy Roman Empire. Again, the Emperor here, only 80 kills, unfortunately, before he fell. Spears, 117, 118. Whole unit of halberdiers there with 130. Some of his sergeants, I mean, they got some mid-tier kills. One unit there with 97 kills, so they did pretty good. His cavalry, unfortunately, was not really able to kind of fight back. I think they were fighting against the Kiev there. I think they were fighting against Kiev. So, unfortunately, his cav was not really able to do very much. But, all right, guys, there you go. Wrapping up another 12-12 AD battle here. Hopefully, you guys do enjoy it. Remember, hit the like button, drop comments, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure to join the official 12-12 AD mod Discord. The link for it will be in the description below. Get involved in some of those battles for sure. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and as always, until the next one.